Hi guys and girls, I'm Obsidian Ant and welcome to 3302. This is where I take a look at the news and happenings in and around Elite Dangerous. Today, we're going to take a look at the strange reports of an unidentified ship around Obsidian Orbital, a free PAX South Paintjob, as well as some incoming AI updates. Also, there are a bunch of community details from the Distant Worlds and the Pioneers Cooperative. Yesterday, Galnet posted a short news piece on an unidentified ship circulating Obsidian Orbital. The ship was said to be a Diamondback Explorer, however, it had the unusual designation of S6:7. The way the news piece is written makes this out to be an unusual situation, with the character saying, "I know it sounds crazy, but when I saw it circulating the station like that, the only thing I could think was that it was looking for something." The forums and Reddit lit up with speculation over what this may indicate, with theories ranging from aliens who have managed to copy human technology to a covert, or not so covert, perhaps spy from a new faction. This is another step that hints things are moving forward within the game, and it seems likely that this will be related to other activity going on within and around the Pleiades. Both the unknown artifact and the alien barnacles, after all, are ongoing events within this region. My hope is that this is a forefront of a new faction of some type, whether it be alien or human. I would also hope though that if it is alien, then they don't arrive using copies of human technology. After all, the unknown artifacts were discovered to have been scanning human ships. Like many others, I would hope to see the first encounters with alien ships occur with them flying alien ships rather than our own. It's an interesting premise though, and shows things are certainly moving forward, even though at a slightly slowish pace. There have been reports of players seeing ships with these strange designations within the game, and one forum poster mentioned the ship moved way faster than a ship of that type should have any right or ability to actually be able to. So it would seem that this is something that is actually occurring in game as well as on Galnet. For the ongoing discussion, check out the forum thread linked in the video description. Frontier are giving away a free PAX South Paintjob. On previous events, these have always been given away on streams and at the show floors. This often proved difficult for those wanting to get a paint job but were unable to attend the show or not lucky enough to be selected on the live streams. For this event, Frontier have created a page on their website that allows players to register for the free paint job. You simply enter your commander name and email address, and then when the time comes, Frontier will update your account with the free paint job. The link to the page on their website can be found in the video description, so head on over there and register if you want the free paint job. It's well worth it and doesn't take much of your time at all. In the dev update from Frontier last week, Michael Brooks spoke about an AI update. AI updates have been spoken about for quite a long while now, and previously there have been a few changes, but it seems that this one will be quite an extensive update. The idea is to have a greater variety in AI ability, with lower ranked ships having lower level skills, whilst those ships with higher ranks such as Elite will become much more difficult with improved skills. Now, as I mentioned, this has been talked about previously, but it seems that this is going to be in the patch 2.1, so it's more or less a certainty at this point. The dev update mentions the effective use of missiles as an example of the updated AI, and this would be where NPCs will wait until the player's shields are down before using the missiles. NPCs themselves will also fly away from combat when their own shields are down and wait for the shields to recharge before returning to the fight. AI won't be able to use energy weapons if they're running too hot, which is also a change, and they'll also be a lot less spammy with the chaff and only use it if their opponent is using gimbals or turrets. So it would seem that NPC AI will be much more aware of the situation around them. There will also be a new NPC counter method for players that use the flying backwards technique. On top of this, there will be a bunch of AI fixes going in. There's obviously quite a lot of AI problems that many of us have noticed over the previous months, so it'd be nice to see them getting fixed. I'm actually personally looking forward to all of this and hope it will make combat much more of a challenge. Anyone who has seen me in combat, after all, knows that my skills are absolutely terrible, but even with that, I rarely, if ever, die to combat and will happily take on an elite ranked Anaconda. Of course, that's knowing that the nearby authority vessels usually give a hand with kill assists, which greatly helps. But hopefully this AI update will go a long way to countering all of that and make for the whole thing to be much more of a fun challenge. Friday night, I was many thousands of light years away in a group of players doing some planetary exploration on the Distant Worlds expeditions when I got booted from the server. Unable to log in, I soon discovered that the server was inaccessible. It turned out that the server had problems which left it effectively offline for around 9 hours or more. Now, I may be wrong here, and please excuse me if I am, but I couldn't find any information detailing why the servers went offline or what the problem was. It may just be that I'm looking in the wrong places, but in my experience with other online games, outages such as this, especially ones with a significant amount of downtime, always come with a prominent post explaining, however briefly, what went wrong. But like I say, maybe that information is there, but it's just a case that I was unable to find it. Frontier did acknowledge obviously that the servers were down and how long they'd take to come up, so that's all good news. And in any event, Frontier offered a 20% credit bonus to in-game missions as a way of apology for the outage. A nice gesture from them, although those outside of inhabited space certainly missed out on that one. Distant Worlds is still ongoing, and players have reached the 5th waypoint in NGC 6357, representing around 11,000 light years of travelled distance so far. It continues to be an awesome event with players grouping together and exploring the local regions. A number of players have had problems though, including a few accidental explosions and a significant damage to ships. This point in the journey now marks the point where it will become very difficult to impossible for players to return to civilization for repairs or catch up with the fleet if they are still back in inhabited space. For more details though on the Distant Worlds, check out the excellent newsletter posted by Dr. Kai. This is linked below, along with a link to the Distant Worlds website. The Pioneers Cooperative competition is still underway, with around 1 week left until it closes. If you still want to enter a submission for a colonisation bounty, do check out the forum thread linked in the video description. This competition, this event, represents an attempt to get humans further out into space. But even if that doesn't happen, it's still a great event with real prizes. For more details, do have a look at the post by Walt Kerman, who has been doing massive amounts of work and organisation to try and make this colonisation attempt a reality. As with the other things, do check out the link in the video description. You'll find out all you need to know about that.
Federal Gunship 0 Alpha 9. This is station security. Please stand by for scan.
Now, although I recommended Vindicator Jones's YouTube channel last week, I wanted to talk about one of his videos again this week, which is actually a testament to the quality of his work. Last week he posted a concept video on YouTube of radio chatter on the approach to a station. For the full video, head on over to his channel. The amount of atmosphere and life this audio adds to the game is exceptional, and I really hope that at some point it is something that Frontier consider adding to the game. It's surprising really to consider that in many cases it's the relatively small touches that would bring the in-game galaxy to life and do away with the lifelessness that some people accuse the game of having. The submission that Vindicator Jones actually put on Reddit received over 1,000 upvotes, clearly then making it a popular concept among players, so let's hope that Frontier are listening. That then brings us to the end of this episode of 3302. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys and girls next time. A few kilometres from the meeting encampment was a massive crater filled with great mountain range. It turned out to be a crater that is actually filled with mist as well, so we decided it would be a lovely place to explore. Flying through locations like this is something I've always wanted to do within a game, and until Elite, none have really actually offered it.